Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Mark and this is my very dirty daily rider. Winter is setting in nicely here in the UK. My bikes are pretty much constantly covered in muck, grime, dirt and salt off the roads and trails. I'll be honest, I probably don't clean my bikes as much as I should, but that's about to change with a new supporter for the channel. Juice Lubes recently reached out to me and asked if they could send me some product my way, and of course I said yes. My bikes will really appreciate the extra love, but don't worry, you guys get some too. By using code MonkeyShred you'll save 20% off your first order over £30. To be honest, even just clicking the link in the description will help. So after this video, head on over to Juice Lubes to see if anything tickles your fancy. They were kind enough to send me all this gear to help with the maintenance of the bikes and builds in general, so I thought I'd make this video as a bit of a demonstration. They sent me everything from brushes and cloths to soaps, sealants, grease and lubes. Of course today is just about the cleaning, and I'm no master at that, but the rest of the products should pop up in later videos. I'm really keen to try them out, especially the tubeless conversion, but I have to build a new wheel set for that. Anyway, onto the cleaning. It's always best to get rid of any loose clumps of dirt before applying the spray on bike cleaner, so that's what I'm doing. I don't have access to any hose, but this Ragley pressure washer being fed from a bucket of water always is the trick. Starting things off with the bike cleaner, just spray it all over the bike from top down and work it in with the brushes to any stubborn areas. The brushes worked wonders here, really fluffing up the cleaner and getting in all those hard to reach places. I used the soft bristle brush for all the framework so I didn't scratch the paint, but switched out to the stiffer brush for the wheels and tyres, a split brush to get between the spokes, and a detail brush to really clean up the mechs and get in hard to reach places. I need to clean this bike more often. Smells nice. Yeah, I know. There's still dirt on the cassette that's really stuck on there, but concentrating on the chain for a second, I'm using their dirty little scrubber with some dirt juice chain cleaner to get my chain sparkling. After all, a clean drivetrain is a happy drivetrain, and mine is filthy. Loads of dirt, salt and old lube easily got scrubbed off with probably 30 seconds to a minute of backpedaling, and after that it's time to give the bike a final rinse, dry it and add some protection. As it's winter, I'm going to be applying some of this frame juice to give my paint a bit of protection, and I'll add some wet lube to the chain in a second too, to give it the best chance. You don't want to be spraying this frame protection on any brake surfaces though, so it's best to remove the wheels before doing this, which I really should have done in the beginning to give the bike a proper clean. And that's about it for this quick clean of the Cove. This really should be a weekly ritual for any commuting bike, so I'll make sure I step up my game. But as this bike has just hit 1,000 miles covered, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a break and use some of my other bikes to pick up the slack. If you haven't seen this bike's build, please go and give it a watch. It didn't do that well here, but it was a fun build and it's a great bike to blast around on. And of course, thank you to Juice Lubes for your new support. Look out for their products in future videos, and don't forget to check out the link in the description to support the channel and also claim a little discount. Of course, this wasn't the only bike to need some love, so it's onto the hardtail Handjob next.